Good morning, children. In today's class, we'll be continuing with our fraction chapters, that is comparison of fractions. Okay, please open textbook page number 61. I'll explain it to you in the textbook. You have to write it in classwork. Okay, so comparison of fractions means, for example, you remember, children, we used to compare numbers where if I write 1 and 2, if I have to compare these two numbers, I would have to write greater than, lesser than, or equal to, right? So 1 is lesser than 2. So this is what we call comparison. The same way where we used to deal with numbers, now we have to deal with fractions here. Okay, how to know if one fraction is greater and other fraction is lesser, or if both the fractions are equal. Okay, so in this class we'll be learning how to do that, how to compare fractions. Okay, so uh, if both fractions have same denominators means how to compare. Okay, first we'll look at if both fractions have same denominators, how to compare the fractions. Okay, so look at this one. 1 by 7 and 3 by 7 are there, right? Here if I draw that in picture form, you will know that 1 by 7 is less than 3 by 7, right? So we can write 1 by 7 is less than 3 by 7 in this form. So what we learned by this, children, if both denominators are same means we should look at numerator only. Okay, if both denominators are same means numerator we should compare 1 and 3, which is less here 1. So 1 by 7 is less than 3 by 7, we can write it directly. Let's look at example 2. 5 by 8 and 3 by 8, right? So 8 and 8, both the denominators are same. Okay, so what do? We have to compare numerators only. Okay, here it is 5, here it is 3. So which is greater? 5 by 8 is greater, right? So what you understood by this, if we, when we are comparing two fractions, we should, if both the denominators are same, both denominators are equal means we should look at the numerators. Whichever numerator is greater, that will be the greater fraction. Okay, so read this one. From these examples, we conclude that if fractions have the same denominator, then smaller the numerator, smaller is the value of the fractional number. Greater the numerator, greater is the value of the fractional number. Okay, children, in the classwork, I want you to write comparison of fractions as the heading. Okay, then subheading is comparison of fractions having same denominators. And write this two examples including this note. Alright, let's go to the next one, that is page number 62. So now we dealt with the comparison of fractions having same denominators. Now what if they have same numerators and different denominators? How to do that? See, for example, there is 3 by 5 and 3 by 8, right? So both have different denominators but both have same numerators. So if both have same numerators means we should compare with the denominators. But here what happens, children, when denominator is less, it should become greater, means here it is ulta. Okay, I'll explain it to you in common terms. Okay, both the numerators are same means denominator ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾದ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಯಾದ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ. Okay, so 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 8. Alright, let's see the next one also the same way. 2 by 4 and 2 by 6 are there. Okay, picture form means you can draw like this, but in generally you have to understand is 2 by 6 is there, 2 by 4 is there. 2 and 2 numerators are same, but 6 and 4 denominator are different. So denominator whichever is less, no, that fraction is greater. Okay, where 2 by 4 is greater than 2 by 6. Alright, this is what you mean by that. There are other, okay, just let me read the note here. We can conclude that if fractions have the same numerator, then greater the denominator, smaller the value of the fractional numbers. Smaller the denominator, greater the value of the fractional numbers. You just have to write these two examples and this one also in your classwork. There are other examples also. Okay, see here. 4 by 13 and 4 by 9. Alright, if there is 4 by 13 and 4 by 9, which is lesser, which is greater? See, both numerators are same, the denominator is different. But here 13 and 9, 13 is greater, but as it is in the denominator, The smaller the denominator, greater the value of the fractional number. So 4 by 9 is greater than 4 by 13. Okay, the same way there are two more examples. Just write it down in the classwork. Alright. So let's look at exercise 5.2. Here we have 12 example problems. Okay, I'll just solve it to you one by one. Please note it down. Okay, first let me look at the first one here. Okay, 3 by 5 and 3 by 7, we should compare these two. Okay, but here both numerators are same. When they have common numerators, we should look at the denominator. Whichever less denominator is there, no, lesser number in the denominator, that has the greater value. So 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 7. Understood? Next one also. 9 by 15, 9 by 11. 9 and 9 numerator are same. We should compare the denominator. In denominator, less value will become the lesser value of the denominator will become the greater fractional number. So 9 by 15 is less than 9 by 11, right? The same way, let's look at the next one. 4 by 7, 4 by 5. 4 and 4 numerator are same. We should compare denominator. 5 is less than 7. So 4 by 7 is less than 4 by 5. Understood? Let's do some common denominator problems. Okay. Fourth one, 5 by 12 and 7 by 12. Okay, both has common denominator. We should compare the numerator. But here in numerator, whichever is the greater number, the same thing will have the great fractional value. Okay, so 5 by 12 is less than 7 by 12. And let's look at next one. 6 by 17 and 3 by 17, which is both has common denominator. So 6 is greater than 3, right? So 6 by 17 is greater than 3 by 17. Let's look at next one. 5 by 19 and 11 by 19. 19 and 19 both has common denominator. So we should look at the numerator. 5 and 11. If we compare, 11 is greater, 5 is lesser. So 5 by 19 is less than 11 by 19. Okay, this is how you solve it, children. These 6 problems I have solved it for you. This 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12. These 6 problems is for your homework. It's the same method. Okay, you just have to follow the rules. If you just have to check if there are common numerators or common denominator, and then answer the question. Answer it in textbook right now. Then complete it in classwork. Okay. So in classwork today, what and all you have to write, children? So from page number 61, you have to write comparison of fractions from here to here completely. Okay, full page. Then comparison of fractions having same numerator. Example 1, example 2, and the important note and some examples. Then you have to write exercise 5.2 in your classwork. Okay, please complete it today. In tomorrow's class we'll be starting with equivalent fraction. Okay, which has much more difficult problems. Okay, finish it by today, and that's your homework for today, children. Thank you.